In 1998, we introduced our Mary's free-range turkeys. My husband only raised a few. Vitamin Cottage was our very first customer that purchased Mary's free-range turkeys. We're thrilled because they're a family-owned business, we're a family-owned business. It's been a great relationship for both of us. It was a huge success, and so from then on, they've decided to carry all three of our turkeys. Mary's free-range organic, and our heritage turkeys.
Well, hello to everybody at Natural Grocers. We're Mary and her family, and we really appreciate Natural Grocers, or Vitamin Cottage as I knew it to begin with Kemper with the turkeys. So it's been a great experience for us, and we are very grateful for Natural Grocers and the opportunity we have to work with you guys. I'm Rick, and this is my wife Mary, and then my oldest son is David, and my youngest son is Ben. And basically, they got to start when they're at a very young age. Quiet, kids. And we've enjoyed it very much as far as a family business and be able to keep it going as a family business.
What makes us very different than commercial birds is we have all of our turkeys have 4 times more space to roam.
So what we do with doing free-range turkeys, as you can tell out here, these birds are outside and they're in the open air in the environment. When we brood the birds, we brood them in a brooder house for the first 5 weeks. We've got an outside sun pen area that they, after about 3 weeks of age, they can come start going outside, kind of getting used to going outside. Then at 5 weeks of age, we move them out here to the free-range pens. They're out here for the rest of the 4-month cycle, and we give them lots of space out here. Industry standard is around 2 square feet per bird. Out here, we've got 4 square feet per bird in the shade, and another 6 square feet outside, so we're 4 to 5 times the space that an industrial turkey would normally have. The word natural has changed a lot over the last 20 years. The word natural used to mean something. Today, it means almost nothing. It just means minimally processed. My mom won't even allow us to put the word natural on our label because it's used everywhere. You can still label your turkey as natural and feed it animal byproducts. You can feed it antibiotics. I mean, animal byproducts is nothing but, dead animals that are being fed back to animals. That's not natural. You can feed antibiotics to the birds and still call it natural.
No antibiotics ever in our turkeys. What this means is, we may not give any antibiotics to them feeding them. However, we found out in the industry that they inject the eggs with antibiotics. So when we make sure that we get eggs that are not injected with any antibiotic.
So our antibiotic-free, free-range Mary's turkey has been fed 100% pure vegetarian diet. It's 70% corn, 25% soybean meal, 5% essential vitamins and minerals. We also want to slow this bird down. The broad-breasted white really wants to grow really quickly and can have problems by doing so. So we kind of back down the energy and the fat level in the diet and slow the birds down to give their immune system and skeletal structure time to catch up with their growth rate. In the industry, they'll tend to push the birds really quickly to get them to market as fast as they can, and by doing that, the bird will have painless legs and joints from growing so fast. By us slowing the birds down, it creates a less stressful environment for the birds to grow.
One thing that we do special is we meet all the requirements for organic turkeys. And with organic turkeys, you have to make sure that you're supplying organic feed. You have to have a certified ranch, and also certifying the processing of the turkey.
One of your most asked questions will be, what is the difference between an organic turkey and the non-organic turkey? If you want to be guaranteed that there are no GMOs or no pesticides sprayed on the feed, you need to buy an organic turkey. That's the only way you can be guaranteed that these two things happen. Are there any hormones in your turkeys? No, there are not any hormones in any poultry in the United States. Federal regulations prohibit the use of hormones in any poultry. It's very important that we don't put any animal byproducts in our feed or in our turkeys. The reason for this, if say an animal had been given antibiotics, hormones, that would then be in my turkeys, and I don't want anything like that in any of our poultry. What makes us very unique and different from a commercial bird is that we do not inject the bird with any chemicals, additives, preservatives. You get just turkey. Our heritage turkeys actually we have wonderful pasture here to graze on. So they're eating bugs and worms and grass, and it's the first year we've been able to provide pasture for our heritage, so we're very excited about this. There were only 100 Narragansett turkeys in the United States 15 years ago. Slow Foods out of New York asked a lot of small farmers throughout the United States to raise these turkeys. We were one of those farmers. We took a huge risk doing this. It cost a lot of money to feed these turkeys. We're very excited with the response we've gotten from the consumers. They're very excited. They call it the new old turkey. Many of your customers will want to know, well, what makes a heritage turkey different and unique? These are the original purebred turkeys that first existed in the United States. They still breed naturally, they still run and fly, and unfortunately, the broad-breasted turkeys do not. The heritage turkeys have a lot more thigh meat because they do run and they fly. So this is very important to know, and their breasts are a lot smaller, which is why they have less cooking time and they can easily dry out. Now the broad-breasted birds, the Mary's free range and the organic turkey, they have a lot larger breasts because they've been crossbred. So I always kind of suggest to my customers, buy an organic turkey so you have more breast meat, and then try the heritage turkey and you have a lot more thigh meat and you have that original turkey flavor. We sell fresh turkeys to natural grocers, but sometimes when the consumer picks up their turkey, they're concerned that it might be frozen because it's a little hard on the bottom or maybe a little around the edges, a little crusty. This is what's called a deep chill that we do at our processing plant. You really want this on your turkey in order to allow for shipping and before it's picked up by you to go home. If it did not have this deep chill, it really truly would not be fresh. For any cooking instructions, you can go to my website at MarysTurkeys.com. It's very important that you notice the difference between cooking a heritage turkey and cooking a Mary's free range and organic turkey. For a heritage turkeys, you pull out the turkeys at 155, let it sit half an hour. For the regular broad-breasted Mary's and organic turkeys, 165. All of these instructions are on MarysTurkeys.com.
With Natural Grocers, Vitamin Cottage, we always put our phone number on the back of the bag. And we get a tremendous number of calls on Thanksgiving Day from people asking us all kinds of questions, whether this turkey is going to be overdone, underdone, how do I get this wire out of here, how do I cook this turkey? And it's been very nice to visit with a lot of your customers from Natural Grocers. You have a set of loyal customers that really are in love with your store. They like your store because you guys care about the products you put in there. They can trust them. That's number one. Number two, they always know they're getting a very good price. They're not getting taken advantage of. They're always trying to find something that's good, but not having to pay too much for it. They enjoy that also, and they enjoy your experience that you have that can help them with all the problems and questions that they have. And it's so easy to cook turkey at Thanksgiving. If you just look at the instructions on the back of the bag, it'll help you a lot so that you can have a really nice, moist, and good tasting turkey and not overcook it. And if you have any questions, you can always call Mary on the hotline on Thanksgiving Day and talk to Mary, or Mr. Mary.